Was this your last match for Ajax?
Um, yes, I think so. But we see what happens in the next days, because I don't have control over everything. But we see in the next days what happens.
Hello, friends. Welcome to DelSoka. My name is Delali Frank, and this is News Daily, where I serve you with all the major trending news in the last few hours. In today's edition, we're going to talk about Mohamed Kudus. He has hinted on leaving Ajax after scoring a brilliant hat-trick in his club's Europa campaign. We're also going to talk about another Ghanaian in the person of Fatawu Issahaku. He's moving to a team in England. We are also going to talk about that. If it's your first time, as usual, hit on the subscription button and let's build this community together. Without wasting much time, let's get straight into today's news. So Mohamed Kudus has been exceptional. Remember I told you that the guy has outgrown Ajax and everything around it. Initially, I thought it was only the Dutch league, but come on, the guy basically has outgrown the Ajax team. He shows up and plays some good football. So Ajax played in the Europa League on Thursday and won by 4-1 in a game that Mohamed Kudus showed up as usual and bossed the game. Remember, I told you that the young man has outgrown the Dutch league. Initially, I thought it was just only the Dutch league and the Ajax team, but basically, he has outgrown everything around him. And in this period, if you are West Ham United or the team that is going to, or if you are a scout and you are being tasked to follow Mohamed Kudus, and the boy shows up one day and play this kind of football, you'll be forced to go and sign him. Kudus has been the subject of transfer talks with West Ham, who has shown a very interest in him. The young man showed composure on the field as he inches his name in the spotlight. The Premier League outfit, which is West Ham, is reported on the brink of finalizing a deal with Ajax for the midfielder. In an electrifying showdown in Bulgarian soil, Kudus demonstrated his prowess by scoring a stunning hat-trick within 50 minutes of play. The four-man vigilance man initiated the score in the 16th minute, swiftly adding a second goal just 2 minutes later. Following the halftime break, Kudus capitalized on his momentum, scoring his third goal only 5 minutes into the second half. Kudus has been brilliant this season. Basically from the World Cup, he was Ghana's best player basically at the World Cup. Transitioned right away from the World Cup, moved into Ajax and has been bossing it. At this point, the young man is basically on his way out of Ajax. And after the game, Kudus confirmed it basically. He said in an interview that perhaps this is his last game, like his first hat-trick in his career, but this is his last game. And then now what is left is West Ham United working on the paperwork and everything, and then the young man will be leaving. So let's have a listen of what Mohamed Kudus said after scoring such brilliant goals.
Prove something? Nah, I just did my stuff like always for the team to win, and then glad everyone was on top, and then we got the win.
Was this one of your best matches for Ajax ever?
This was my first hat-trick, but I don't think it was one of my best matches. I think with goals, yeah, but I think performance, I think I've had some better performances than this. Yes, I think so. But we see what happens in the next days, because I don't have control over everything. But we see in the next days what happens.
What has to happen?
The talks is going on, so we see if there's an agreement in the next days, and then we take it from there. That's not my core, my job. I just have to do my work on the pitch, and then my team and my people will take care of the rest.
The club?
And for me, like I said, it's one day at a time. So I live in the present moment, and I'm here now, and that is my focus: training and doing my work on the pitch. Like I said, everything after off the pitch will take care of itself. So I'm just doing my job on the pitch until there's something on the table and I have to leave or stay. Then we see.
What can you tell us about West Ham?
Um, Good club. Yeah.
That's it. And how much will you miss Ajax?
Um, I'll answer that when everything is official.
So, come on, Kudus is exceptional. But this reminds me of one thing that I've always been saying, that Kudus is more or less of a forward, in as much as we think he can play in the midfield. When he's up front, he's that guy, When Kudus is up front, he's dangerous, he can create a lot of chances. If he's closer to the goal, he hits the ball so well with a good technique. Like, Kudus' technique is unmatched. I think he's one of the players that has brilliant technique. Someone said he's Kaka and Abedipele combined. Such a special, talented footballer, I believe. And as a Ghanaian, if you look at him and you watch him do that, come on, I feel he can do well in the English Premier League. Maybe after this, Chelsea can go and chase him. I still don't know why Chelsea is not chasing Mohamed Kudus, and they are leaving. I know Chelsea are good with hijacking deals. They should just hijack this one and just take the boy to the blue side of London. Let's move away to another Ghanaian who has huge potentials but currently struggling to get proper playing time. And that player is Fatawu Issahaku. You know that the preseason has started, some of the seasons has already started basically, but it's obvious that Sporting don't have any plans for him, and they are looking for an opportunity to ship the young man out. Despite his prospects, they feel like they've bought the young man and they think he may not be that exceptional. So Leicester City seems to be interested in his services and have contacted Sporting to sign Fatawu Issahaku. I understand that they want to add him to their team on a loan. Currently, Issahaku is valued around £12 million, but he's not getting playing time. And it's obvious that the young man is not even in the plans of Sporting as the season starts. But Leicester City, who are currently in the Championship, are looking forward to signing Fatawu Issahaku. There's been talks, there's been conversations that they are interested in signing him after Harvey Banks left the team to Newcastle. So Leicester City are showing interest in Fatawu Issahaku. I think he will do well in England because he knows the environment. And the young man has been in England for quite a long. I think when the season started, he was in England. I saw videos of him in England for quite a long time, and as of now, let's see. Maybe he needs a team where he can get enough playing time. Whether Leicester is too big for him, I can't tell. Because he's in the Championship, you get enough. He needs a coach who have time for him to grow. But if you join a team that when the stakes are high, sometimes they don't really have time for you. I think that's what happened to Fatawu when he went to Sporting. Another one that I'm going to wrap up with is the young man who is called Kamaldeen Sulemana. He was injured. Currently, he has returned to training, which is very good news. And we are pretty much excited to see him back to training. So that's all for today. We talked about Kudus, we talked about Issahaku, and other few things. My name is Delale Frank. Until we meet again. Bye-bye for now.